All right, everybody, welcome back. Big 5-1. Welcome to episode 51 of Drop the Green. Thanks for listening, as always. We're going to start off this episode with our episode 51 edition, going over our drivers, like we always do. We'll have our overview today on what makes a good race. We'll do our recap of the All-Star race, that All-Star break. They might take a break, but we don't. We'll do our standouts, our Coke 600 predictions. As always, Spencer's going to lead us in those Drop the Green bets, and then we will close with me winning the Choose Who zone.
Cocky man.
I probably shouldn't have said that. Now I'm going to lose. But my name's Colby.
My name's Spencer.
And let's drop the green. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Spencer, thanks for having me back,
Of course, man. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, dude. Man, we got a good one today.
I think so. I think we got some good stuff. I'm excited about our overview, and then, excited what you thought about the All-Star race and what you think we can pull from there. That doesn't get any easier, does it?
What is that?
That is a Buffalo Trace.
Oh, dude, I love Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm being so weak about it.
Yeah, I know. I literally thought as soon as we started doing that would get easier. It doesn't really get easier. I have learned to take it better on camera.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
But yeah, in my body, I'm just screaming.
I'm over here like scraping my tongue during the song. I'm like,
yeah,
dude. Oh gosh. All right. But yeah, episode 51.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So my guy, this week we have some people, or I have somebody that you've definitely heard of. Last week I had a guy back from the 40s, but today we have an Xfinity legend.
Yes, we do.
Justin Allgaier. Now this guy, you may know him right now driving that 7 Brandt car for Junior Motorsports. But the reason why we're talking about him today is between 2014 and 2015, he raced the 51 car.
Okay.
In the Cup Series.
Oh.
One of those things where he's really done well in the Xfinity Series. The 51 car, when he drove it, was owned by, what is the name? H. Scott Motorsports.
H. Scott.
I had not heard of them.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about them either.
My assumption
Wait, do you know what year?
2014 to 2015 is when he raced for him.
Okay. And then Rick Ware got...
That's what I'm thinking. I guess Rick Ware bought them.
That goes into my driver next.
Yes, another legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justin Allgaier started out racing quarter midgets when he was young. That's how he got his start in racing. He won over 100 quarter midget races.
Dang.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That man never lost.
No, he didn't.
And then around 13 years old, he started out doing stock car racing. And then at age 16, he got promoted, I guess, into the ARCA series, or got the opportunity to start racing ARCA, and that kind of starts his NASCAR stint.
Okay.
So he started racing in NASCAR when he was young.
Yeah.
I mean,
now he's old.
Now he's an old guy. I do not know how old he is. I think he's in his 30s.
He's got to be late 30s.
Yeah, got to be late 30s. I think he's got like 5 kids or something.
5?
I don't know. I'm just...
You're making stuff up now.
Yeah. I mean, that. You know how I do on these
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out how old he is. You keep talking.
Yeah. Whenever you listen to my driver overviews, I would like to think about 85% is factual. Yeah. So, but yeah, you may know him. He is 38 years old. I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's up there.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
38 years old. You may know his name because last year he won the Xfinity Championship. One of those things where he's been chasing it for such a long time.
Yeah, that was his first one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
First ever one. He was super emotional. He's my favorite Xfinity driver. I'm a little bit of a Junior Motorsports fanboy, though.
Yeah.
So.
And he did good at Daytona in that Travelers car.
He did. So. Leads me to my next point.
Okay.
So in the Cup Series, so he raced this car, as I mentioned, for 2 years, and then he went back to Xfinity. During 2 years of Cup racing, he got one top 10. It was at Bristol.
Okay.
I believe in 2015, he got that top 10. And then his second top 10 that he's ever gotten in the Cup Series was the 2025 Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And that beautiful Travelers whiskey car.
That was a beautiful car.
I wanted to die cast of that car so bad, but they sold out on Lionel Racing like super fast.
Oh, I bet they did. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So after racing for 2 years with H. Scott Motorsports, he was later replaced by Clint Boyer. I put in parentheses Hot Rod because Clint Boyer was like, "Yeah, I'll take a race of that hot rod."
Yes, yeah. That's exactly how he is.
But in the Xfinity Series, so his Cup Series wasn't panned out all it was meant to be, but he's really made a name for himself in the Xfinity Series. He has 27 Xfinity wins and over 450 starts.
Dang.
A lot of starts in the Xfinity Series, and he has I think the number is like 280 or something, but close to 300 top 10s.
God.
So, I mean, the man can wheel and deal in a Junior Motorsports cheated up Xfinity car.
I like how you put that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another fun fact. Fun fact?
Yes.
Fun fact. He is from Springfield, Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
And on December 9th, it is known as Justin Allgaier Day.
In Springfield, Illinois?
In Springfield, Illinois.
No shot. He has his own holiday.
He has his own holiday. December 9th is Justin Allgaier Day.
That's incredible.
So
he's probably got the keys of the city.
Dude, you think?
Yeah.
Or at least for that day.
At least,
for that day.
Yeah, the mayor calls him up and December 9th.
December 9th. And I don't even think that's his birthday.
No,
I don't think it is. No. So I don't know where they got December 9th from.
Maybe they just picked it because they know he's not racing.
Yeah, that's true. And he can be there.
Yeah, his birthday is June 6th.
I wonder why December 9th is Justin Allgaier Day.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Maybe if you live in Springfield, Illinois, you can...
Let us know.
Yeah, comment and tell us.
And have you heard of Justin Allgaier Day?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you celebrate that?
How do you celebrate that?
Do you wear a Justin Allgaier hat that day? Do you put a 7 on your car?
Eat a cob of corn maybe for brand? I don't know what you do.
No telling.
Yeah.
You drink 7 beers on the way to work?
You get in a cup car and crash?
Yeah.
What do you do for Justin Allgaier Day?
I would like to know what you guys do for Justin Allgaier Day. We might have to celebrate it now.
Yes. I think we should, honestly.
We definitely should.
Right in the NASCAR break of things. December 9th.
December 9th.
Justin Allgaier.
Justin Allgaier Day.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, who you got, man?
All right. This week I got the man, the myth, the legend. Everyone's heard of him. Cody Ware.
Did it the hard way.
The only way that you can possibly do it. Finding stats was this guy was insane. Cody Ware from Greensboro, North Carolina. If you don't know, his dad is Rick Ware, owner of Rick Ware Racing. So pretty much the first things I could find was in 2013. So he is a younger guy. I think he's 29 years of age.
Yep.
So he hadn't been doing it for forever, but to me, got into the game kind of late, as we see some of these other guys do. 2013, he raced 2 NASCAR Whelen Southern Modified Tour races. Didn't even put where he finished because they weren't good. 2014, so he raced those 2 NASCAR sanctioned events. That was like the first NASCAR sanctioned event I could find him racing in. The next year in 2014, he made his Xfinity Series debut, raced 4 races that year. His best finish was 15th at Mid-Ohio.
Okay.
And also he made 1 truck start that year at Talladega, finished 27th. So, yeah, really, really good. 2015, he ran 2 more Xfinity races, 3 truck races, so he's kind of getting into it. 2016, 6 Xfinity races, and he made his Cup Series debut in 2016. So after 3 years, makes his Cup Series debut. Can you guess where he made it at?
Talladega.
Sonoma.
Oh.
Yeah, wild.
Boy, wild.
Yeah, made it at Sonoma. And I'll kind of get into why I think he did that in a minute. But so makes this. Also, I think he raced a couple truck races that year. But one cup race, 2017, he raced in 5 cup races, and that would be the number 51 car that he raced those in. 2018, 4 cup races. 2019, he actually jumps up to 11, so the most he had run. Still part-time the entire time, has not ran a full season. The craziest thing I found was in 2019 through 2020, he was part of the Asian Le Mans series. So, you know what the Le Mans is.
Yeah. It's like a 24-hour race.
Yeah. So they do an Asian series of that.
Ooh.
From what I read. And Rick Ware Racing, along with him and Cody, along with Cody Ware and like 3 other drivers, they were in the class LMP2 AM class, and
of course
they won. There was 4 races that year. They won 2 of them and finished second in the other 2.
Cody Ware did, or just
Cody Ware and his team. So the Le Mans,
because they switch in and out.
They switch
That's
out
right.
because I still think they run for 24 hours. It's just a different set of tracks than the regular Le Mans does.
So he can drive.
He apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, he just needs a long time. He needs an 8-hour shift to be able to pass cars. That's what he needs.
He needs everybody else to have engine problems.
Yeah. So they finished second they won the whole thing. They won the championship in that. But they won 2 and finished second in the other 2. 2020, the year after he got kind of done with that, he ran 1 cup race and finished 19th at Talladega, and that had been his highest finish in the Cup Series so far. 2021, he finally races a full schedule. Rick Ware bought all the way in, raced a full schedule. Nothing even worth writing down. That was just his first full year racing.
I think we all remember.
Yeah. 2022 comes, and he finishes 6th at Daytona in the spring.
Let's go.
Not the 500, in the summer race. The summer race. The second race at Daytona. Finishes 6th. 2013, he gets his best, not his best finish ever, but best finish at the 500. Finished 14th at the 500.
Are you talking about 2023?
2023,
Okay,
yeah.
you said 2013.
Did I?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah,
2023,
together,
my bad.
People are listening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're not. 2023, 14th at the 500. 2024, he gets his best ever finish at Daytona, 4th in the summer race.
Let's go.
Finishes 4th. 2025, this year, racing another full schedule so far. His best finish is 25th at the 500. So, Cody Ware.
It's a tough race.
It is tough for him. I mean, a lot of it's got to be that car. I mean, even though they've made everything a bit more, what's the word?
Parody.
Parody, yes. They brought parody back.
You like that word?
Yeah, no, that's the word I was searching for.
Yeah.
Cody Ware's still not
good.
Subpar at all.
Cody unaware.
Yeah, he is unaware that sometimes he is driving around a NASCAR track. And you'll find that. But, I mean, that's the only 51 I know. So I think we got to dedicate it to him.
Yeah.
And, hopefully, maybe one day he can pull a Harrison Burton.
And I mean, Cody Ware, it's kind of a clean-cut driver. Never really been involved in any kind of controversy.
Drives around.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only controversy he ever gets in is getting in the way of the leaders.
Yeah.
When they're lapping him for the 19th time that day.
Yeah.
So,
but it's good to have Cody Ware in the sport because he'll provide that caution you're not expecting.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
The bad thing about Cody Ware being in the sport, though, is it makes people like me and you think we can drive a cup car.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're like, dude.
I'm probably good.
Yeah. Like, dude, you get me in that 51.
I mean, I can get last.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can physically drive the car.
Yes.
But it might be at 130 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, no, you need to maintain speed.
I could do minimum speed.
You got to do minimum speed.
Yeah, I could do that.
But
yeah, anyway.
You can do minimum speed, but then you have Catherine Legg who couldn't even do that. So, you'll have that.
You will have that.
But, yeah. Episode 51, Cody Ware and Justin Allgaier edition. So
cheers to them.
Cheers to them. I can cheers to them.
Yeah, let's have a drink to them.
Let's have a drink.
They deserve it.
They do.
Yeah, some of especially these higher number episodes.
Yeah, they get a little.
It's gonna get hard.
They'll get out there.
It was easy, like 1 through 20.
yeah, it was. It was. It definitely was. I have a feeling when 57 gets here, I have a feeling I know who somebody will dedicate that to.
I don't know, 57.
Oh, okay. Then you're not a real fan.
Are you talking about a sprint car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you look forward to 57. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be on vacation again.
Yeah. And if we know him, he will be.
Yeah. He will be. He'll be somewhere.
Yeah.
But all right, man, let's get into it. So this week on the overview, Austin gave us a little pointer here. He wanted to hear us talk about, and I did too, actually, what makes a good race. Oh, we lost the camera. Hold on. People cannot see.
Can you see me?
All right. Sorry about that, guys. We are back. You can see us now. So that was my leg. I got involved in that right there. You'll have that. But what makes a good race? What's your thoughts, Colby? What makes a good NASCAR race? And first, give me your opinion, and then we'll talk about kind of what maybe the general consensus of the sport is.
I got 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Bristol dirt.
Is that what makes a good race?
Nah, dude. I think what makes a good race is cars being able to do better than their starting position. And what I mean by that is you see a lot of times drivers complain that they can't go anywhere in traffic even though they have a super fast car. You'll see a race where somebody's stuck in traffic, and whether it be a pit cycle or something like that, once they get out front, you can't touch them. I think being able to pass in traffic makes a good race. Even if it's not for the lead, guys with the faster cars who manage their cars a little bit better are able to move around, which is kind of been the biggest complaint about the new Cup car.
Yeah, the Gen 7 has had the most complaints, and we've highlighted on the show why we think that is, of why they can't pass. And, of course, there's nothing wrong with parity, but golly, I mean, the cream of the crop eventually does have to rise to the top, and it does feel like sometimes that they just get stuck. But yes, they just get stuck where they are better in these situations, especially on like these long run things. Mm-hmm. And my problem is like that's where the stages affect that. Like if like you know that you're only running 75 green flag laps, but your car is going to be better for 40 of those, but you're stuck behind a guy because you're only slightly better. Now, I understand that you're only slightly better than this guy, and that's been a thing for forever. Of like, it's different to get to somebody's bumper. It's different to make a pass. Yeah, we've always kind of had that.
Yep.
But it seems like it's just amplified in this car so much, of where you cannot get around somebody when you drive to the back of them.
You can't, man. You can't.
So I think you're onto something that makes a good race. I think that also makes a good race. And the other biggest thing that I think makes a good race is just not having craziness happen. You know what I mean? Like, not I understand when you go to super speedways and these other things, but just having minimal issues. Okay. Like because my first thought is you don't want to see a flag fest in football.
You don't.
You don't want to see the official. We've seen it. We're Vols fans. Yeah. We have seen the officials just make every single call in the world.
They are not fair.
They're not. Yeah. There's a holding call on every single play. Whether you choose to call it or not is up to you. And sometimes it feels like they decide, they wake up that morning, they're like, we're throwing everything.
I hate Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly. And whoever it is. So, to me, when officiating gets in the way of a race, that's when it becomes bad. I want to see, we can talk about it the next day. Hindsight's 20/20. We can fix it. I just don't want everything to become to where we're reviewing everything. Like the big one was kind of the restart at the end of the All-Star race. They like reviewed that and it got cleared. And it got cleared or whatever. But that would have sucked if it didn't. Like if they decided that Joey laid back on that or whatever, and and it would have messed up the finish. That's not. I didn't say all that to say that I don't want officiating to happen, because I'm the first one to tell you that we need a set number of rules as well. But to me, if they can be less involved in everything, that's better all around for the good of a race.
Okay.
You see,
I get
that
what you're
makes sense.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So you want green flag from start to finish?
I'm saying if the cars are going to be this parity, and what we can, and tire wear has been an issue so far.
Yeah. And
the only way that we can tell is them running longer periods of time without being able to stop and put 4 fresh ones on it. Maybe. I'm not saying get rid of stages.
Yeah.
But golly, if we could find a way to make them longer, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or find, because that was our biggest thing of the All-Star races. Like, dude, it would be amazing if Joey or Christopher Bell or whoever was leading at the time, they would have met lap traffic. If there were 40 cars in that field, they would have met lap traffic at like lap 30, which would have changed the whole complexion of the race, because they had like...
I know we're talking about the All-Star race later, but
yeah,
your complaints with... excuse me. Your complaints with that competition or promoter's caution?
Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like that if you're going to do something like that, the All-Star race is a perfect place to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was gimmicky as hell, but you dropped it just felt so unorganized. It felt so clownish.
Yeah,
like if they would have just like let Michael Waltrip up there and tell the actual referee when to throw a caution, not hand him the flag.
Yeah.
Acting like he's doing something. Everyone knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Also hated the way they covered it. Was silly. Like there's racing going on and we're staring at Michael Waltrip to throw the flag. Like, come on now. We know it's coming. They didn't put that promoter's caution in there to not throw it.
Right.
They're gonna throw it.
Yeah.
So let us watch the racing, and then we can see him do his flag stuff when he's doing that. But no, I think that's another big thing that makes a good race is just officials doing their job, but not making it, not being seen. The best officials are the ones that you never talk about.
Yeah, quit calling Denny Hamlin speeding on pit road.
Yeah, dude, he's really
got
good
a baby
at that.
on the way.
He's trying to get home.
I mean, he's got to get home. Stop flagging a man for having a family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that.
They stay out of the way. Cars can pass. That's what makes a good race. Does the track matter?
Absolutely, the track matters.
Super speedway, 1.5 mile, short track. How can we change what we do to make the racing at the different tracks better?
I'm in the minority when I say that I enjoy super speedway racing right now.
You are, especially on this show.
Yeah. I know. But I do enjoy it. It's exciting. And the reason why I enjoy it is because so I'm getting a lot of people at work on board with NASCAR.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot easier to kind of promote a race when it's at Daytona or Talladega or Atlanta because it's not drawn out. So I do like, and there's a lot of strategy now with the super speedway racing. Yeah, they're riding around, they're like half throttle and stuff like that. But you do see guys decide if they're going to move, if they're not going to move, and things like that. I think the track matters, especially when it comes to short tracks, unfortunately, because say that we're doing this show and we got Richmond next week, we're not going to have high hopes of what we're going to see at all.
No, that's fair. I mean, the only good Richmond race we had was the option tire race. So, that
was that when Austin Dillon cleaned house?
Yeah.
Loved that race.
Yeah, that was an amazing race. But
it was great.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is exactly what you said. These packages really need to be looked at.
Mile and a half's so good.
The 1.5 miles are perfect. Don't really touch them, but the short track package has got to be changed. And I do think that would help the racing. And I know that we have, with this All-Star race, we have maybe figured out something that worked. I mean, because that was an amazing race, and we'll get into that later. But yes, I'm totally on board of the different tracks. We literally, it's like when you go, and I know I keep comparing stuff to football, but when you go and play
95 days
at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, you prepare differently.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah,
because
you do.
You're playing in an atmosphere that you're not used to.
You're not going to breathe. You can't
exactly. There's oxygen machines on the side of the field. So it's like, can we? And I know we do that to an extent with the packages, but golly, if we could just fix them a little bit more, never settle. I think is another thing that NASCAR gets into is they let fans bitch and moan for forever, and they let drivers do the same. They let team owners do the same, and then like they decide they get like really gung ho about one thing that they want to change, and they go all in on that. When if we would just tweak on it throughout this whole entire process, and I think we're past the point. If they would have done this when the car came out, like in the very first year that next gen raced, and we'd have raced that whole season, and then we'd have went back in here. Hey, let's try to iron out these issues, and we'd be so much ahead of the 8 ball because I do think this car is really good. We just got to keep working on it.
Yeah,
and literally just keep working on this car and figure out what we need to do, what we can let the teams do. Listen to the drivers. I think that's another thing that the sport doesn't do enough. They listen to the people on Twitter too much.
Yeah.
They do. So.
I mean, with the track, you have different expectations for each track. Like a short track, you want to see some guys like push somebody out of the way.
Yes. For
a super speedway, you kind of want to see a crazy finish. Like when you turn on Talladega or Atlanta, you're like, probably going to go to overtime. You know, mile and a half. You want comers and goers. Yep. So whenever you know that a race like that is coming up, you have expectations for what that race is going to look like. Like we have the Coke 600 coming up.
Yeah,
you're expecting people throughout the endurancy of this long race of people leading for the first 2 stages and then struggling in stage 3 and stage 4. And when you don't get that, whether it's because of the car or officiating, I can damper what you think is good.
Yeah, no, and I think that's the other thing that's so hard about our sport is exactly to your point of what you said about getting your friends and getting anyone, because we're NASCAR promoters. Yeah. Anytime someone finds out that I like NASCAR or talk about it, they're asking me questions about it.
Yeah.
And it's so, like you said, it's so hard for them to sit down and watch a Richmond race.
Dude, we do a NASCAR ball board at work.
Yes. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But exactly what you said, though, there's the fair weather fans. They're only in on the Talladega, the Daytonas, the Atlantas. They just want to see the cars go as fast as possible, even though they're not going as fast as they possibly could around there. But for some odd reason, that is easier for them to watch. When to me, if I could be in the room with them and explain what they're watching at the same time, I think that's where short tracks would be better. Because the example that I love to use about this is our boy JD.
Yeah.
Our boy JD literally was a huge super speedway guy. He thought everything else was boring. He thought everything else was boring. And the more he gets into it, the more he realizes, not that super speedways don't have strategy, because they do. They do. I'm granted, am I here for that strategy? No. But they do have strategy. So, but getting the other guys, getting fans to buy into what they're watching at short tracks, to me is exactly where you develop that fan that wants to watch every single race. Because you can get everybody to watch the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
It's getting them to the state of Vegas.
Yeah.
You go to Daytona.
Good luck with that.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's fun.
And Atlanta's
and then they
fun.
watch Vegas.
And then they watch Vegas and they're out. They're out. And it's somehow buying those people in at the very beginning of the year to be like, okay, I have my guy. Even if it's, Joey Logano.
Cody,
whoever it is, of buying in to be like, okay, well, this is why I watch this. And so what makes another point of what makes a good race is how we view the race, how it's covered. That's what makes that's a lot of it. That may be 65% of it, of how the race is covered, of if it's good or not. Because there are races in person. Every time you go in person, you're like, that race was really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the only race that I've been to that I was like, golly, that was boring, is when Kyle Larson just dominated at Bristol. And that's going to happen. Yeah. It's not that I didn't. It was still way better than probably what I would have watched it on TV.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Austin came in here and gave it like a 8.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it was terrible on TV. But if you were there, you really enjoyed it. And so covering those races as best you can as you're a fan sitting in the track, I think is what these not news stations, but these Amazon, TNT, these networks should strive for.
I'm very excited about Amazon.
I am too. I'm excited to get rid of Fox.
Dude, like you ever watched Thursday Night Football on Amazon, how they have like all these crazy analytics?
Yes.
I was listening to Dale Jr. on his podcast, and he was hinting at they're going to have kind of stuff like that. They're going to have like this real-time, what sounded like SMT data, and they're going to interpret it, basically.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You see, that's something that can change the fan experience because you got to offer something more than you being at the track.
Michael Waltrip waving
dropping, running down the grid walk, acting like he's cool. You got to offer something.
Hey, now I like the Michael Waltrip grid walk.
I know it has its place.
I like it.
It has its place. Of course you like it.
I do like it. I know it's entertaining because you can tell the drivers hate it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like, here he comes.
And then when you get a driver that like really lays into it, you're like, okay,
that's
cool.
Good, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They got to offer something that you can't get at the track, and to make it more. They don't need to. I need to choose my words carefully because I want them to make it more compelling, but I don't want them to grasp at straws. They don't need to be. They don't need. We have enough drama in the sport. Mm-hmm. They just have to tell those stories. They just have to tell those stories. That's all they have to do, and to me, they just don't do a good job right now of doing that. And I'm really hoping Amazon, TNT, who haven't ever done this before, Dale Jr. at the helm of Amazon, can really right this ship around to where this is the standard for calling a race and watching a race on television. This is what we say, and because rising tide lifts all boats. So if Amazon comes out and knocks it out of the park, dude, it's only going to make Fox better, which we hope. We hope. Or if not, they'll lose. They'll lose the contract. I really do feel that way. I think they would eventually lose the contract if Amazon and TNT come out, and Amazon at the Coke 600 has the best ratings for that beats the 500. If they beat the 500 in ratings,
there's no way they're going to, because Fox is. You can get it on basic TV, and Amazon you got to pay.
I know, but dude, everybody has streaming. You would think Thursday Night Football did fine.
Yeah, it's football.
I know that's football.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't think that they're going to beat the 500 in ratings. Nothing beats the 500 in ratings. Not even the championship race.
They could.
Come on now.
I'm just saying they could. That's what I want to happen.
I guess they could do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be watching. That's one. I'll turn it on my bedroom TV. That'll be two.
Yeah, have them going at the same time.
I'll help out where I can.
Yeah. I like that. I'll have this TV going. I'll have the one in my bedroom going, and then I'll have the one downstairs going.
Yeah.
And I'll only turn one on the Indy 500 because that's on Fox.
Yeah, that is on Fox.
Yeah, but just one.
Yeah. Hey, also, since we're talking about Amazon, did you know that tomorrow on Amazon, a Dale Earnhardt series comes out?
I saw that on Twitter.
It's called like Earnhardt. Comes out tomorrow on the 22nd. If you're listening to this on Thursday, it's out today.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for it. I'm wondering if it's going to be anybody's ever seen series? Like the Dale. Yeah, it's a limited series. There's a movie called Dale, and it's a lot of home footage of him like on his farm and stuff like that. And I wonder if it's going to be something like that because that is so good. Mm-hmm. Like that. Have you seen Dale?
I haven't seen that. No,
dude, it's good.
Okay,
it's like him like on his tractor and stuff, and he's like just talking about his day-to-day life.
Heck yeah,
it's really good.
That is good. Okay,
yeah, but I'm excited for that. And then, man, I just hope. I mean, not too long ago, Full Speed came out on Netflix. Have you watched it?
I'm watching. I'm in the middle of it right now.
I'm on episode 4.
Okay,
I think there's only 4 episodes.
Is there?
Yeah, it's super
We're on episode
short.
2. Me and Catherine are, but it's been pretty good.
I'm hoping stuff like that kind of raises.
Yes, that is other things that can really help
because you
drive the sport.
What you think is a good race is if you're watching it like a fair weather fan, you're not going to think anything really is a good race. You have to kind of pick a driver and be invested a little bit.
But I think that the TV networks could do more to make you pick a driver.
Yeah.
And more things like NASCAR Full Speed will do things if they can get people to freaking buy. Chase Elliott's the one missed opportunity that's the other problem is the guys
popular driver
yes,
does not want to do anything.
Does not want to do anything with TV to help his sport out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he ever comes out and says, especially when he retires, like I'm going to do everything I can for this sport, you're lying. Because he's never done anything that he could for the sport.
Yeah.
He's not. He just will never be that guy.
We just lost every Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. I mean, dude, there's nothing wrong with how he is, but golly, he does not like he does not like media. There's even the villains, Denny Hamlin, Kyle, but they love that stuff.
They love it.
They love that stuff. And that to me just talk. People want to hear your opinions because they love you. Yeah. And they adore you. Chase Elliott, if you want to come on the pod. Dude,
anytime. Chase Elliott, open invite.
Open invite. We will have you on here.
I'll take back all my tweets.
I won't take back anything I said about you, but if you want to come on and defend yourself, we would love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
He would totally do that.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be at the pool hall.
What's the address here? Let me name it all.
No, Alton's practically giving it away. So, yeah. Whatever. All right, let's move on to our last point here of our what makes a good race overview. What do you think is causing bad races in the fans' minds?
Kyle Larson.
Do you really think it's like dominance of?
Yeah, I think take Bristol for example.
Yeah,
they scored pretty low on Jeff Gluck's pole. Yeah, and I'm not. I mean, I guess like Joey and stuff like that too. I'm just picking on Kyle, but I mean, it's just like whenever there's no changes, like. It all kind of stays the same. People are spread out. They can't pass. We talked about cars earlier. Stuff like that. Like when you watch that and it's a struggle to watch it, then, dude, I struggled to watch that Bristol race. I was flipping it in between that and the Masters.
I know. I was doing the same thing. But it was like, to me, I just don't think that fans...
Dominance isn't a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying that. But I do think if Chase Elliott would have done the same thing, that race would have got a way higher rating.
It could have.
I do.
I would have voted no.
I know. We would have voted no still because we watched the same thing. I just literally don't think that the Chase Elliott fan, that if they saw Chase Elliott do that, would be like, oh my God, that was an awful race. Whatever. They'd be like, no, that was the best race we've ever seen.
You ever seen the guy on TikTok that has like 4 teeth that's a Chase Elliott fan and he pours Coke on himself in the shower?
Yeah,
and he's like, woo.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of him this year.
Dude, he turned into a Kyle Larson fan.
Did he?
He did. He's wearing the Kyle Larson shirts.
He was always kind of a Hendrick guy. I'll give him that. He was always kind of a Hendrick guy.
Yeah.
From what I saw.
Yeah.
You're saying he was straight Chase Elliott?
He just kind of jumped ship.
He jumped. Oh.
Yeah, he did just jump ship.
Good for him.
No, dude, not good for him.
Yeah, good for him. He needs to follow a winner.
Okay.
You don't see Chase Elliott running the Indy 500.
You're talking to a Denny Hamlin fan that can't get a championship.
And
a passive Kyle Busch fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both guys are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm loyal.
You are loyal.
Yeah, and this guy's just going to the biggest driver. But yeah, I think that causes bad races, not being able to pass. I think passing.
You think that's the biggest thing in the fans' mind, that they just want to see people drive from the back to the front?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think they want to see that.
Wrecks.
I just think they do want to see wrecks.
People want to see wrecks.
People want to see wrecks.
And the reason is because these cars are so stuck on the ground. Give me a loose car.
Yeah.
Give me a loose car at Darlington.
A loose car at Darlington, though, makes the whole racing better because then Denny Hamlin, then Kyle Busch, then they have a fighting chance.
They do have a fighting chance. And then you have people like Kyle Larson who can't control their car.
I would, devil's advocate, they can control their car. They just push it to the boundaries every single lap instead of going, hey, I have a 9-second lead. Let's not run as close to the wall as we possibly can this lap. Maybe get a lane down and lose 1/10 of a second of lap time instead of to stretch that out to 10-second lead. Whatever it is. He's just crazy. That's a bad example.
That's not a bad example.
No, that dude's crazy.
Whatever, dude. Any chance I can get on to hate on Kyle Larson, I will.
Oh, yeah, you will.
I'm an anti-Hendrick guy. Minus Alex Bowman.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's wrong with Bowman?
I like Bowman.
What's wrong with William Byron, though? William Byron ain't done nothing wrong to you.
Because you feel like you wasted a Sunday after William Byron wins?
Yeah, but golly, I mean, he did.
I mean, he's good.
I'd rather him win than Chase Elliott.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So it's not a waste.
Yeah.
It's not a waste. It's like, could have been.
Yeah, when Chase Elliott wins, it's like, thank you, Hendrick. Thank you, Chevy.
Yeah.
Napa.
Yeah. Thank you to Hooters.
Yeah. Glad you guys aren't in bankruptcy anymore.
But no, I mean, I think you hit him. I think we've talked about him. That what makes a bad race is the perception of what fans see. And if they see something that is not a close finish, not a crazy overtime finish, crazy wrecks, whatever it is, they want the craziness of a race to make it feel like a good one, which stinks because I think in every other sport, and we'll move on after this, but I think in every other sport, people can enjoy the love of the game.
Yeah.
Like when Tennessee gets their butt handed to them by Alabama. Like, we hate Alabama, but we just know we're not good.
Yeah.
Like it's not like anything. It's not like we need to put handcuffs on. Well, we do need to put handcuffs on, but we don't need to.
No, that's Georgia players.
Yeah. But we don't need to change the rules of the game to give us a better shot at beating the best schools.
Yeah.
Where I feel like in our sport, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
We did that with Jimmy for forever, apparently. I never saw him win, so it worked. But, apparently before that, he could win everything.
I don't think he was from my memory, I don't think he was that good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember him winning a race.
Yeah.
So it was one of those, like...
Who knows if he actually won 7 championships? Yeah.
I didn't watch any of the races.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it, of course. So
exactly
what we're getting at is... Exactly what I'm getting at is the fact that we change the rules of our sport to make more parity. We finally have more parity with the car, so there is no need for all these different things when we should just be able to watch a race. And however it plays out, whether your driver wins by 7 laps or gets lapped 7 times, he just needs to get better.
He's got to get better.
We got to make this to where talent somehow matters again.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're getting away from that. And by getting away from that, we allow all these different fans to just tell us if we have a bad race or not. When in reality, it was a great race where we saw the car matter, talent matter, strategy matter, all these different things that matter. But there wasn't a 0.2-second finish, close finish, or there wasn't a massive pile up on the front stretch that, wrecked everybody's race. So that's, I think that was good. Is that good? You got anything else?
It's a
what makes a good race?
But it's okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry I put out the right answers.
Okay. No, it's fine.
No,
it's
dude,
fine.
tell me. Tell me.
Dude.
Tell me something.
Let's not have any incidents. Everybody 10-2. Let's let the best drive out front. No cautions. No rules. Just go out there and go get it, boys. Great race. Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes a great race. I bet you like bumper cams too, don't you?
No.
You like bumper cams and...
When you have something good to say, you can talk again. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving on because that was awful. Whatever that was. I don't know what that was, but that was not good.
Give me 15 cautions. Give me 15 cautions and a Harrison Burton win.
Yeah, of course you would like that.
Yeah. He's in the All-Star race.
All right. say goodbye to Colby. This is his last episode on the show. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. We had a good run.
It was a good run.
We're accepting new co-hosts at this time. Put in your application. I'll be taking them at dropthegreen05@gmail.com.
I'll give you his address. You just show the blind person.
Yeah, just come to the door. I'll be here.
He doesn't have to work till Monday. So. He's free.
All right, I think that was good though.
It was good.
Even though my answer was boring.
No, you have. Okay.
No, whatever, dude.
No, it's okay.
All-star recap.
Boom.
Race rating.
8-2.
Ooh.
8-2. I enjoyed it, man.
I didn't know. I gave it an 8-7.
Yeah.
So I
agree with that.
I thought it was really good. Seabell gets it done.
Yeah. Did not think he was going to.
Do we think
Joey was dominant all day.
He was. Did we think that Seabell would have got there without the promoter's caution? Because, and the only reason I say this is because the way that they were covering the race was like Seabell was making up a little bit of ground as we were going. Yeah, get you in the golly, dude. You can put those closer to you. There's literally a table right next to you.
I didn't mean to put it so far.
Oh, okay. This is Colby. Now he puts him on the floor, even though he has a little table right next to him.
I do.
Yeah. That's literally what I was saying. Yeah. But do you think Seabell would have gotten to him? Because apparently he was making up some time without the promoter's caution.
I think so.
I think so, too.
He had the faster car. That's why Joey had to block like crazy.
Yeah. Do you think the move, taking 2 tires, Joey had to make?
I don't think that...
Because Kyle Larson made the same gamble.
Mm-hmm.
No, Larson made it earlier in the race, right? Yes. Pretty sure.
Byron gambled with 2 tires at the beginning of the race, drove up there, and then he kind of faded back.
Yeah.
That was like towards the beginning. I mean, I don't think he regrets it because if we know Joey, he wins a lot of races by car management.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that before. Honestly, I think that put him in the best spot to win. I just don't think I think that Bell was just fast.
I think if you take 4, I think if everyone sees the leader go and stay in, a lot more guys jump out.
Yep.
Personally, because I think if Logano stays and pits there at the promoter's caution, Seabell jumps out, and then Seabell had a fast enough car. If there was any people in between of them, then who knows what he had to do. And what I'm talking about, not on the they had the promoter's caution, and some took 2 and some took 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they had another one where they completely stayed out, wasn't there? Or no, I guess that was the last one. I'm sorry. So I'm talking weird when I say this, but some took 2, some took 4. I think Joey had to take.
He took 2.
Joey,
he took 2,
Ross
so
took
he
2.
He could make sure he was still up there.
Yes, because and what's funny is I was surprised to see not more people gamble with 2. Yeah. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it worked out for Christopher Bell. I guess the other big thing was Joey complaining about the way he raced him there.
What a crybaby. He took it back.
He did take it back, but oh my gosh.
He's like, I'm going to have some words with Marcus Smith.
Yeah, the pot calling the kettle black on that one for sure.
Dude, and yeah, I mean, what Christopher Bell did was not dirty.
No. Cleanest race car driver, one up.
Joey Logano would dadgum send somebody straight up to the wall to win the All-Star race, and then he got out there. I didn't like that. I've kind of always liked Joey a little bit, but when I saw that, man, I was like, you can't do that. Don't make no sense.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. I don't know what he was saying. I know he's fired up, and I'm not mad at him for his take. I
saw his house on full speed. Joey, you don't need $1 million.
No.
Dude, bro, no, you're good.
And what's funny is I don't think it was about the $1 million for Joey. Like, Joey's one of the dudes that we can always count on. They could be racing for 7 pennies, and Joey would be balls to the wall. Like, literally, that's why
he's great.
That's why he's great. Like, and the only other guy that comes to mind, and I know it's I'm a bit biased, but Ross is the same way.
Yeah.
Dude, they could be running for 7 quarters, and and $1.25. They would be out there going as hard as they can. We'd also be riding the wall in Martinsville. You know, I mean, they'd be doing anything to win.
Yeah.
And to me, that makes you a better race car driver. You're more compelling to watch when you say those things. That's why I love that he said that, because yes, it was absurd, ridiculous, but most of us that have played high school sports, we have done the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Of just said something crazy. Thank God they didn't put microphones in front of us when you were in 10th grade after you lost a soccer game 12-0.
Well, what have you said?
You just said a lot of crazy things, okay? Yeah, you just said a lot of crazy things. Let's get it off
our chest.
No.
Because this seems really specific.
Yeah, it is specific.
Yeah, okay.
My high school soccer team, I'll just tell you the story, Cody, since we're here.
Yeah.
I went to a high school that graduated 98 people in my senior class. We were small.
It's small.
Small, okay? Yeah. And I played a couple different sports in high school, but my true love was soccer, yeah.
Couldn't tell.
I knew that was coming. But I loved soccer. I played soccer my entire life, okay? And I was an All-American. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. That's some Adam.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. But I played soccer in high school, and my freshman year, we were terrible. My sophomore year, we didn't have enough people to make a team. Oh. So we did a co-ed soccer team.
Oh. Okay.
And the problem with the co-ed soccer team
is you didn't have that many people.
Yeah. Okay, we didn't have that many people to play. We were a co-ed soccer team, and the only people, the way the rules worked in the county and the district, where we could only still play boys soccer teams because we had guys on our team. So we had girls on our soccer team that would play against guys. We played Hendersonville High School.
They're probably a little bit better,
which is where Josh Berry's from.
Yeah,
from Hendersonville.
Taylor Swift too. Don't forget.
Yeah. I don't know if Josh Berry went to Hendersonville. He could have went to Station Camp. Maybe.
He did. He went to Hendersonville.
He went to Hendersonville High.
Yep.
Okay, so we played Hendersonville High School.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know either.
I forgot you can hear sometimes through the headset.
Yeah.
I was trying to whisper to the listeners.
Yeah. No, I can hear you.
Shoot.
Yeah. But we played Hendersonville High School's JV soccer team.
Okay.
So all freshmen
ran it on them.
No, they scored 12 goals.
Oh, my God.
And we scored 0 goals. I've never been more mad.
Trash talking so hard.
Oh, dude, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous how bad it was. The things I wanted to say, I wish they would have mic'd me up for that game.
Well, what have you said? Give us a little bit.
I'm not giving you anything.
Okay.
I'm not giving you anything.
Okay.
That may be a bonus episode.
A bonus episode?
Yeah, that'd have to be a bonus
Spencer's
episode.
inner thoughts.
Yeah. That is about Hendersonville High School JV team in 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember high school around there.
So you're on that JV team at Hendersonville High School.
Unsubscribe.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we don't want you, actually.
Yeah,
we don't
get out of it, especially if you're Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah. But they dominated. Where was I going with that? Oh, mic'd up. Being mic'd up. And the things that you would say, I'm glad Joey said them.
Made for a great interview.
It made for a great interview, and that's what you need. I mean, the only other thing is if he went over and punched Seabell, which we saw last year.
That'd be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It would have been hilarious because Joey is probably 9 feet taller than Christopher Bell. Like, literally probably 2 Christopher Bells.
Yeah.
That's how many it would take to equal one Joey on the height scale. Because Christopher Bell's not a tall man.
No, he's not.
And Joey is...
Short king.
Yeah. Joey's not the short king.
How tall is Christopher Bell?
Dude, he's got to be 5.
Can you look it up?
5'6".
Can you look it up? Just tell us?
I'll look it up.
All right, I'm going to take 5'8".
You're going to take 5'8"?
And you're taking 5'6"?
I'm taking 5'6".
Let's bet 1 pancake on it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But what 1 pancake right here? I forget. I asked the guy who's the slowest to look at things.
No, you did. I'm pulling it up. Oh, it doesn't have his height on
it. Doesn't have his height?
Not on his Wikipedia, so we'll have to back up.
They put it on there. He takes it off. Last edited by Seabell. Seabell _20.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It says he's reported 6'1".
No, he's not.
That's what it says. Hold on.
Is this ChristopherBell.com?
I don't know.
He's not 6'1". There's zero chance.
That's what Google Gemini says. Hold on. Let's see if we can find something. Okay. Fox Sports.
And I wonder how tall Joey is, because Joey's a lanky guy.
Joey is a lanky guy.
God, a guy with some lank.
No, wait. They're not giving me a height here on this.
Dang. We need to start knowing driver's heights.
We do.
Yeah.
We need to write all those down.
Did you know my hands are bigger than Dale Jr.'s?
How did you figure that out? Did they measure Dale Jr.'s hands?
I went to the Daytona Speedway when I was on vacation.
Yeah.
And out front of the Daytona Speedway, for every past Daytona 500 winner, they have their handprints and their signature in the concrete right outside of the museum.
Oh, yeah. So
and
you put your hand...
I put my hand in there. Dude, I got like 2 digits on that man.
No way.
And I mean, I'm 5'10", which isn't that tall, but I looked it up last night, and the average American height is 5'9", so what's up, gang?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always,
okay.
always been a C+ student.
So, FervoGear.com.
Reliable?
Yeah, very reliable. FervoGear.com has Christopher Bell at 5'10". So
I don't like this anymore because now I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
How tall are you, Spencer?
I'm also 5'10".
Okay, I thought you were like 5'9".
No.
Which that's okay because that's average.
It's average.
Yeah.
I'm not very tall.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Oh, whoa. WSN.com has him at 5'8".
Dude, we have gotten 6'1", 5'10".
No, dude, he's all. Dude, if someone has met Christopher Bell, can you please give us his height?
Austin has.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's like 5'7".
He is 5'7".
Yeah.
Austin.
Christopher
Bell, was he shorter or taller than you?
Yes, and then we'll know.
Because he is like 5'6".
Tell us, our little short king.
Yeah. Okay, now let's look up Joey Logano's height. What are you taking on Joey?
Dude, like 6'2", 6'3".
No, I'm taking 6'1".
I'll take. Well, if this is anything,
6'3" is crazy.
Dude, he looks tall.
He does look tall. 6'1".
He's 6'1".
What his height says, yeah.
On what?
For Wikipedia.
Yeah. That's reliable.
That's more reliable.
That's the most reliable. What was the other one? Verbo? Isn't that a damn vacation rental?
FervoGear.
Yeah.
No, Furbo. Furgo. Yeah.
Forgo. Does that mean give up?
I don't know what it means.
Like I'm going to forgo.
But, yeah. So, Joey taller.
Yeah.
Joey taller.
Joey certified taller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Back on track. Joey crying about the gimmicks. We kind of went over that. Do you want a points race here?
No.
You don't want a points race.
This is what I keep hearing. And Fox was really pushing, like, every driver interview. They're like, you want a points race?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, man, it's a great all-star race. We just gave it both really good ratings. I think the majority of people enjoyed this race. Why are we trying to screw it up? Why do we always have to change? I don't think we would screw it up. But it's a great all-star race. Where else are you going to have the all-star race?
I think that's up for debate. I think the best all-star race...
Are you giving it 2 dates? Would you give it 2 dates
I'm not
keep the all-star race?
No.
Giving it 1 date, giving it a points race.
Yes, giving it 1 date, giving it the points race. And you can have the all-star race wherever you want to do it, and you do it exactly like you did the Clash. How you went to... the football field and
Coliseum?
Yes, the Coliseum, except you move that around. And then you have the same track and you go to these different cities that you've never got to go to and you hold an event there. You can do it in the middle of summertime when there's no football going on. It'd be perfect. Dude, imagine that track in Neyland. The Clash in Neyland. That would be incredible.
I mean, it would be incredible. I'm not
that would be a great all-star race. But then it gets people fired up. Then we're talking about how we can't get fans to watch after Daytona. Dude, they come to Knoxville in June. Dude, you may get 5 or 6 more races that people watch because you're like, that was an incredible event we just put on.
You put it in a place as big as Neyland, it's not sold out. It looks... I mean, I know that Neyland's not as big.
There's no shot it doesn't sell out.
Maybe in Neyland,
don't believe it.
Maybe in Neyland because of the market, but they probably wouldn't do it in Neyland because it's too close to Bristol. But
that's fair.
But
I still think
put
you
it
could
in like another NFL stadium or something like that. It's probably not going to sell out. What we have right now at North Wilkesboro, and granted, it probably only holds
people?
like 30,000 people. But, dude, it's like every other sports all-star event is not very good, right? It's not
They're
competitive.
all trash, yes.
We're going to a place that's, like, great. It's sold out. The fans are loud. It actually feels like it's kind of a big event. And here we are like, let's change it.
No, we're not saying
it's good.
We're not saying change anything about it. Just put all the cars on the track and then make it worth points. That's all I'm saying.
But then you're taking the All-Star race somewhere else.
Yes.
And the All-Star race is going to not be as good.
So you think that we should have a good All-Star event then?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do also think that, but at the same time, I would love to be more out to see a points race at North Wilkesboro.
I wouldn't hate to see a points race at North Wilkesboro.
So you would be more on giving them 2 dates.
If you're giving them a points race, give them 2 dates because that's the best short track racing we've seen all year, and I'd rather watch that than a lot of other short tracks. I mean, honestly, because I was entertained that entire race. I was like, man, this is good. Even though Joey dominated a lot of it.
North Wilkesboro has a capacity of 25,000.
Yeah, I said like 30.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you that's how small it is.
I know, but
that's ridiculous.
But it looks great. It does look great.
Then let's go to football stadiums that only hold 40,000 people.
Where are you going to go, Vandy?
Yeah. You could go to Nashville. Yeah. That would be cool. In downtown. Right off of downtown Nashville. That would be cool. You'd go.
I would go.
Yeah.
But I don't know if everybody else would.
I do.
I think 40,000, yeah, that could clear. But still, I mean, I just hate that, like, we complain so much as fans that things in NASCAR don't work. And then right now we have an all-star race that works. And then now we're like, let's change it. And it's like, this is actually a pretty good thing we got going. Why are we...
I understand what you're getting at.
I'm good with giving it 2 dates.
I don't want to give it 2 dates.
It'll sell out both times.
I know. Yeah, dude.
It's just
you only have to sell 50,000 tickets to sell out twice. Yeah, I mean,
I just think that, man, we got a good thing going right here, don't we? Why are we? Let's mess this up. Why are we changing? Why are we changing it?
I understand. I just think it's one of those things that I've gotten at.
Screw it. Put it in Richmond. Give it. Spencer's Wish.
God. No, you don't have to do that, but you just keep working on things. And I think that would be...
We put the All-Star race in Bristol. Did not sell out. Went to that one. They put the underglow under the cars and all that. Yeah. Didn't sell out.
I'm not saying put it at Bristol. I told you what I think we should do. I think that's a better idea because then you can market it to different cities every year, but it's the same track.
But you're doing that with the Clash already.
I understand. I think we should get rid of the Clash. I've said that. The Clash is stupid.
No, Clash is fun, man. It's week 0 in football. Yeah, the games aren't very good, but football's on. That's what the Clash is.
No.
It is, because you're like, oh my God, I've went a long time.
I'm not. Oh my God, I'm turning it on because
you're excited. You're excited to watch the Clash.
I'm never really excited.
Dude, you're lying.
I mean, I'm happy that it's back.
You went basically all of November, all of December, all of January without NASCAR. February comes around. There's finally a NASCAR race. You're like, all right,
I know
it's back.
I understand. Yes, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
But I just think that you could do the All-Star break, like, do something cooler with it. Move it around. We were kind of moving it around at different tracks. We went to Bristol.
And then we found something that works. And now you're like...
I know. You know what? We found something that works so well that we're like, let's give it a points race. It's so good. Why not have these guys go around and race for real? I don't understand why you think that's so bad.
Race for real? Are you talking about North Wilkesboro?
Yes.
I agree with that. But I still think it needs to be an All-Star race.
Okay.
Listen, North Wilkesboro playoffs.
Okay.
Come on, man. That's not a bad idea.
What are you taking out?
I'd have to look at the schedule, but I mean, take out
one of the super speedways? I'd get behind that.
No.
Oh, no, okay.
No.
You going to take out Bristol?
No, because I don't want to take out the Bristol Fall race.
Okay. I mean... You give it 2 dates. You gotta get rid of it somewhere.
Do we go to Richmond? Do we still go to Richmond in the playoffs? I don't think we do anymore.
No. I'll look the schedule while you're thinking.
Hey, get rid of Phoenix.
Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind
We're
that.
back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back in.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's just a good race.
Darlington.
Nope.
St. Louis, Bristol, first round. New Hampshire.
Get rid of St. Louis.
No, no, dude.
I mean, put them in the schedule, but not in the playoffs.
Okay. New Hampshire, Kansas, Charlotte, the Roval.
That'll be gone.
Round 2.
At some point.
Round 3, Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and then Phoenix.
Love it. All but minus Phoenix. But yeah, you could get
so you're
St.
saying
Louis
take out St. Louis?
It's never the best race.
when you say that though, but you're still having to you would not have a St. Louis date, or you would. Does St. Louis have 2 dates?
No,
it only has.
I don't think
one.
so. Actually,
I think it does.
I think it does. I think we go to St. Louis. I think we go to St. Louis like around Father's Day.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Mm-mm.
I never said that.
Yeah, no. It only has 1 date right now, and that's in the playoffs.
I gotta pee.
Yeah, go pee. And we're back. Colby had to pee.
I
believe we were still talking about how wrong I was on
What's new?
North Wilkesboro.
Mm-hmm.
You think it needs 2 dates, which I understand. The only thing that makes me nervous about North Wilkesboro getting 2 dates is the fact that Joey has dominated it so hard in the All-Star race that if you just did a points race there, he wouldn't dominate as much because he would have to navigate lap traffic more. And I think Seabell would have been better at that.
It sounds like a good race.
It does sound like a good race, yeah. Put all 40 cars on there, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 40 cars on it, and it's longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 400 laps instead of 2.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good race. I think you double up on that bad boy. I'm good. Fans are good with it. Dude, they could build a little bleacher section in there if they have 2 dates. They'll build a bleacher section. I mean, they'll make it bigger. That's not a problem.
I'm not worried about
NASCAR.
the fans. I mean, they'll get to go to that track. I mean, it'll sell out, but
I want to go.
Yeah. I mean, Austin's been there. I just think that having a 1 points race there would be cooler. But
whatever. And then we'll just take the All-Star race and shove it in the Coliseum where 20,000 people show up, and it'll look empty on TV, and it'll be like, oh, this sucks. And also the All-Star race is around the time of the year that, I mean, not a whole lot of sports are on. I know NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs are on, but those markets don't always cross paths. So
I know. So you need to get that. So you need to get the average football fan to watch. So put it in a football stadium.
Yeah, that worked out well for
not
USC.
In California.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not in California.
No, that's true. It was in California.
Yeah,
they have a poor football market.
I mean,
they do. Even though they have,
it's not as good as the. It's not as good as the Southeast.
Yeah. All right, man. Whatever you say, but it's wrong.
Okay, it's wrong. Whatever.
Leave it at North Wilkesboro.
Leave it in North Wilkesboro.
I like it for now.
Give it a points race and then move the All-Star race. That's where I'm at. Standouts. So we're just going to run through these real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't change them because the race didn't matter. It wasn't a points race, so we're only going off points race.
Okay.
SVG versus Suarez, 3-10. Cindric versus Berry, 6-7. Hocevar versus Gibbs, 4-9. And Bubba versus Briscoe, 7-6. So looking forward to what we see at the 600. It's going to be a super long race. And when I say that, let's get into it. Will we witness history this weekend? History being,
okay,
there's only been one driver to ever complete all the Indy 500 laps and all the Coke 600 laps.
Is it Kurt Busch?
No. Guess again.
Who else did it?
Come on now. I knew this.
Oh, my God, dude. Why are you doing this? I feel like I'm going to choose who's on. Tony Stewart.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
He's the only driver to do it.
Yep.
Kyle Larson trying to make his second run at it this year. And as much as I love this race, somehow I do feel like this is the biggest story.
Yeah.
Which makes me a little sad Like I'm not. I want Kyle Larson to do the best he can. I want him to make both races. I want him to win the Indy 500 and then win the Coke 600. That would be incredible.
That would be
incredible.
Yeah.
But it just does suck that the one guy in our sport we are kind of talking more about than anybody else on the roster because he's racing the Indy 500. And it's and not that the Indy 500 shouldn't be its own thing because it definitely should be. It's an amazing event. They do a really good job of putting it on.
Yep.
It just sucks that somehow our event is like, does it feel like it's playing second fiddle a little bit? And the reason I say it because of Kyle Larson.
I think it always does, man.
You think it always does?
Well, the Indy 500 is probably the biggest racing event of the year.
Yeah.
Now, and this is why this weekend's great. By the way, this is the last weekend that this will ever happen. But this Sunday is the best racing weekend all year because you have Monaco F1.
Yeah.
I'm not an F1 guy, but F1's
Monaco's
moving.
always on this weekend, too. Oh, it's moving?
They're moving it. This is the last
okay.
year, so this is why this is the last year you'll get that Triple Crown.
Okay.
You got Monaco, Indy, and then the Coke 600.
Because we talked about that because last year when we did this episode, our overview was Christmas. Racing Christmas, Motorsports Christmas is what it is.
Yes,
is
it
exactly
is.
what this weekend
Yes.
is. It's the highlight of all Motorsports event. It's one of those things. I mean, you wake up at 9 a.m., you turn Monaco on.
I DoorDash breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah,
and I do not leave my couch.
Exactly. It's
I
one of those days.
$100 for DoorDash.
Your DoorDash driver loves you.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I didn't know that they were moving Monaco.
They're moving it. This is the last one. They're moving it to like June.
So, but
And
does
they're
that
not gonna
mean
do a
F1's?
race.
They're not doing a race on
They're
this
not
weekend.
doing a race.
Okay.
As of now, that's what they've said.
Wow.
Who knows if they change it?
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is. Because
Do you think it would be crazy hypothetical? Because we talk out of our ass a lot. We're definitely talking out of our ass when we're talking about F1.
Yeah.
But do you think that Monaco F1 is international racing?
Mm-hmm.
They race in Miami. Do you think if they move the Miami date to this date, you think that could that become the new Motorsports Christmas? You see what I'm saying? Like all events in the United States for
be
that
American.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
we call it Motorsports Christmas, and 2 of the 3 events are in
that's true.
the United States anyway.
I hope they I don't think they'd go to Miami.
And that's fair.
And the reason why is I think that's a good idea, but the problem is it's going to have to be on America time.
That's so true. Then that means we wouldn't.
And then Indy's at like noon or 1 o'clock?
Oh, it's like it starts at like noon. I think they're dropping the green flag.
So they would have to clash if they did it.
Yeah,
in
they
America.
would have to do like a morning race.
Yeah,
like start at 9 a.m. race.
People will be leaving the clubs.
That's so true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. 9 a.m. Miami would be tough.
What if you do it on a Saturday?
Then it wouldn't be Motorsports Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you want it all that day.
Yeah, on that day. Yeah. That's fair.
F1,
okay.
if you're listening,
yeah,
how dare you?
I'm with you. I'm with you. There's literally, and we've kind of hit on this before, but what really kind of opened my eyes to F1 was Drive to Survive on Netflix.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple F1 races since then, but normally on Sunday you tune in at least a little bit of seeing what's going on, see if Max Verstappen's leading the field by 90 seconds or by 40.
You know what's the best? When F1 is like on a Saturday night, like going into Sunday at like 2 a.m. because of wherever they are, like they're in Japan or something.
Yeah.
And you get home from the bars.
And they're on.
And there's racing on.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
God, I love that.
That is cool.
Yeah. But I don't know if we're going to witness history because of the forecast.
Yeah, I kind of hit on that earlier. Shout out to our boy Sanders. He is attending the Indy 500, so I wish him the best. I hope he gets to see.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he is attending the Indy 500. You
What
didn't know
the heck?
that?
No.
Yeah, he will be there. He will be wearing his Drop the Green gear. Not really. He'll be wearing a Kyle Larson hippie shirt. And hopefully he will get an interview with Kyle Larson, ask him to come on the show.
Yeah.
And
one can only hope.
Then we're massively famous, we got Kyle Larson come on.
Yeah.
No, he'll be there, but there is some rain, it's looking like. And the biggest question, I think, out of this is, and me and you kind of talked about it before we were recording, but I think Kyle Larson stays and races the Indy 500 if it gets delayed, and which means he would not make the start of the 600, possibly. I mean, I think there is like up to an hour and a half delay that he can have and still make the 600 if everything goes well with the Indy race and it's not crazy cautions or whatever. But do you think he leaves or do you think he stays?
He leaves.
He leaves. He does not race the Indy 500.
I think that there's a driver substitution. Like, I really do. I think that last year was such a debacle with him missing the 600 that I bet you NASCAR was like, he has to be back. And Rick Hendrick is like, he's got to be back. Well, we don't want to lose all these playoff points.
They put in a rule, if you don't make the start of any race, literally just for this weekend, that you lose all your playoff points.
I think he has to come back.
Okay.
And I hope that does not happen because I want to watch Kyle Larson race the entirety of the Indy 500, the entirety of the Coke 600. But I think if it comes down to it, he will be at the Coke 600.
He will leave.
He will have to leave.
Yeah, I think that's where we're just, you're wrong about North Wilkesboro, and you're wrong about this. He stays at the 500.
No, man. Yeah. He's got so many playoff points already. He's going to miss all that and have to start 16th.
I just really don't think especially now with the way the playoffs are set up, he has Darlington, he has Daytona, and then he has, what I say was the first round? He has 3 good first-round picks here.
What was it?
Daytona. Oh, no. Daytona, St. Louis, Bristol. Dude, he could win all 3 of those in the first round of the playoffs.
I thought Daytona was the cutoff race.
No.
And then it was Darlington.
In the next round. No. Daytona's not in the Daytona is the cutoff race to the playoffs.
Right.
And then for the first round, he's locked into the playoffs.
Yeah.
He just loses all his playoff points.
He's going to be the 16th, so he basically has to win.
I mean, he doesn't have to.
Well, yeah, but you know.
But if there are 3 tracks we were going to pick, one of them being Bristol, come on.
Yeah. I mean, that's a gamble. Have a tire go down, have an engine problem, you're out of the playoffs just because you wanted to finish 11th in the Indy 500. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And
I do think he'll do better than 11th, but he might not.
He might not.
You don't know.
He crashed in practice.
Yeah, he did.
He crashed pretty hard.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Who knows?
Generational talent.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be good. I'm with you though. I hope he gets to run everything. I hope it works out perfect. The race is not delayed.
Me too.
We get to see it start, and we get to see him do the double, and that would be incredible. The only real thing that we have about our race, I feel like, is mile and a half. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a great race.
This race is.
It's one of my favorites.
Yes, I'm super excited. The only other thing I'm not excited for is I hate how they break this race up into 4 stages.
Why?
Because they do 100, 100, 100, 100.
Right.
Okay. And I feel every other race I think it should be 75, 75, 120, 125, and then like 150. I think the last stage should be the longest thing. Because to me, you're racing 4 individual races. Mm-hmm. I know that there is going to be whoever wins stage 1's probably not going to win the race. I know that.
Right.
But to me, the strategy evolves, and you can really play with your car more if you know that you have 150 laps in the last stage rather than 100. And because of you breaking it up 1, 2, or 100, 100, 100, 100, to me, you lose a little bit of strategy there when these guys know, hey, by the 4th stage, we know that we can only get 60 good laps, and we're going to have to pit, or whatever it is.
That's true.
Whatever it is. And to me, you're like, oh, maybe if we stretch it out a little bit, they can't just break it in half or do anything like that. They may break it into thirds, or maybe they even have a ton of sets for this race, and you wouldn't. Maybe you run the whole first stage without pitting. You pit, run the whole second stage without pitting, and then you get some like real good green flag stops, some really good green flag cycles, and it puts to me the best racing as a team is revolved around green flag pit stops. Because there's so many variables. Yeah. Your driver has to do the right things immediately. Your pit crew has to be on point. And not to say that those guys are not under any pressure when they pit under yellow, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, so you lose 4 spots. Yeah, that sucks, but at the same time, it's not like...
We're all about to be stacked up again.
Exactly. It's not like losing 4 spots when it's green flag racing.
Yeah.
So to me, if you just put less stock in the very first stages of the race, first 2 stages of the race, or cut the 4th one completely out and run it normal with 3 stages, and you make your run 100, 100, and then 200 on the last stage. Why do you want more cautions? because you think that's what makes a good race.
Number 1, 100, 100, 100, easy to remember. Okay, and when it's Memorial Day weekend, and it's 8 p.m. at night,
Amazon's going to throw that up
100, 100, 100.
They're going to throw that up on the screen.
Also...
hold on. No, I have a rebuttal to this. Like, you know what the stages are in any race anyway.
I do.
What's the stages at the 500?
I mean, I only...
No, dude, you're trying to...
No, you didn't let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bob Hawkins. Because he tweets out the daily schedule, the weekend schedule, and it tells me how long the stages are.
Okay, he can tweet out what it would be with 3 stages, and you would not know
Clint
the difference.
Boyer tells me with them hot rods are pitting.
I'm just saying you wouldn't know the difference.
I like that there's 4 stages, man, because don't roll your eyes at me.
I will.
Don't roll those silly little eyes at me. I like it because it's the 600. Yeah. It is the longest race. That's why it's a crown jewel.
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool there's 4 stages. Because it's a long race.
No, that means
it's unique like the Coke 600
It means more. Do you think this race should mean more than the Daytona 500?
Yeah, because it's a more of an endurance race. I mean, this is like this is a terrible example, but this is like our Le Mans. Like, it is like you are taking that car.
I know. I'm not saying that we should shorten the race at all. I'm just saying you make it worth the same number of points.
I like that it's longer.
I understand it would be the same length, but you just take out of a stage, and there would still be different strategies.
4 stages is a strategy, like you were saying earlier. Like, having it hunter, you know, it takes away. I'm sorry. Okay, listen. You saying it takes away strategy? I think it gives a little strategy.
Yes,
let's get up and get a strategy.
I think the more compelling strategy would be if you had 200 green flag laps that you knew you had to run.
Dude, that sounds awful. 200 green flag laps.
Yeah, that just sounds terrible. Snoot. Yeah. We are really accepting applications for this new co-host spot, dude. We need someone with good opinions.
No, dude. I like it. I think a lot of people like it too. I think they would rather see it go hunna than 200 on the last one.
Another comment you have to make. Do you agree with Colby that you like 4 stages, or are you with me and would rather see 3 stages?
You like watching paint dry. God. 200 green flag laps. And I don't think they'd all go green. You know?
No, I don't think they'd all go green in 200 either.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. So we get the same number of cautions, except...
No, we'd get more, because we'd get 1 extra because the stage break.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See how I'm right?
I don't. No, you're not.
Yeah, because there's going to be a caution towards the end of the race. I just don't think
any more points should be given out for the winner of the stage
because it's the longest race of the year. It's an endurance race. I think if there's any race to ever give more points out for, it should be this one. I like that they do that. And say that, and you know, the All-Star break gives us the halfway point of the season, regular season. And so it's like, hey, we really need some points here. The Coke 600 could be a big race for us.
I guess.
Yeah, and you're trying to take that away. How dare you?
All right. Let me move on.
I'm just saying, dude.
and that's
Also,
Drop the green bets.
I know this is going way back, but can we quickly talk about Michael Waltrip dropping the yellow flag? Because I just thought about it.
Yeah, of course.
Did you think that the entire TV coverage was kind of silly?
Yes.
Where it was like showing him side by side for...
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
And then he was like, yeah, dude. So my parents came up this weekend on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And my stepdad was telling me, he was like, yeah, they're having a celebrity, like alumni driver, go out there and ask the fans when they want the caution. And I told him, I was like, no, that's wrong. Marcus Smith determines when the caution is.
Yeah.
But I think he's actually right. Because you saw Michael Waltrip five, but he said 5 a couple times.
Yeah,
did you notice that?
I did.
He was like 5,
yeah.
And then he was like, okay, now 5.
Yeah.
So I think he was actually right. I don't know.
I think it was a little bit of both.
It looked like he was asking the crowd.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there and I was like, was he right about this? Like, how did I miss that?
I think he was. Like, it came down to it had to be before lap 200 because they ran 225.
Yeah.
It had to be before lap 200, and then he got out there with like...
Or he had somebody in his ear being like, no, now 5.
Yeah.
That could be
I think that's...
But it looked like he was
because
asking.
let's be honest, we've all been to Bristol. You cannot hear anything that's going on.
Yeah.
He cannot hear the crowd yell.
Yeah, but they were all fingering at him.
They could have fingered at him. But no, I think it all just came down to somebody in his ear was like, you're going to throw it here or whatever. Mm-hmm. Not finger him. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Drop the green bets this week.
Boom.
So, last week, I had Josh Berry. Again, I'm not counting it towards the total because we didn't do it. But he did not win, and Bubba Wallace also did not win the Open.
Yeah.
Carson Hocevar did. Good on him. We didn't really talk about that.
Also, I don't know if you're going to get into this. Me and you were debating like who would win the fan vote. I realized how stupid that was.
I know.
When I realized, I didn't know this stat, but when they said that Noah had won it for the last 2 years,
yeah,
I was like, Noah should have been an easy guess.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Carson actually won it, because if the guy who qualifies in because of the race gets that guy has the fan vote, but he qualifies in because of the race, it goes to the second line.
Yes.
So I wonder. I wonder if Carson did, because I feel like Carson has way more fans than Noah.
I would assume. I bet you those honestly are pretty close. Because Noah's that guy. Because he got in that fight with Ross. That got him a lot of street cred.
It did.
And now he's just
he got punched in the face.
Yeah, but he got him a lot of street cred.
It
so
did.
He's duking it out. But to me, it would be interesting.
We'd have to go on live TV.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Yeah. We'd have to go back and really look to see if Carson did like qualify for the race, and then it was Noah that won the fan vote. Technically, that would be interesting. But I was with you. Like when I saw that he won, I was like, oh, how did we not think of him? That was so dumb.
It was so dumb, and we forgot to do our pancake thing.
We did forget to do our pancake thing, but I think we've come to something possibly better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready to hear it. Tell me about these drop green bets.
Let me tell you about these bets. I'm honestly very disappointed in our partner at DraftKings, who has no top 10 lines right now. Very disappointed. Mm-hmm. So what I'm basing this off of, I have 2 top 10 bets. I don't care what the lines are. This is what we're going with. I will update you guys next week when you come out, or when they come out. I'm taking them at whatever they are. Josh Berry, top 10, 1 full unit. Oh my God. Yep. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., top 10. Out of the last 3 Charlotte races, he has finished 2 of them in the top 10. It's a long race, buddy.
Is that true?
That's a dead-ass fact.
Facts?
That's a fact.
No cap.
Straight
100.
Yep.
I would have never thought that.
I know.
Okay.
That's why we're riding with him.
I take back my...
Yeah.
I believe that now.
I
take it back.
It's kind of one of those that it's not...
He's got to have pretty good odds.
Yeah, dude, his odds has got to be crazy. Again, to me, this is one of the 1.5 miles that you get kind of super speedway odds. where it's a little bit crazy because it's so long, like we've talked about. And Ricky Stenhouse is the perfect guy to weather the storm. He's going to run 25th for 95% of that race, but something could happen in stage 4. Shouldn't be there. But something could happen there.
You lost me at that stage 4 comment.
But something could happen there, and he sneaks his way in. I don't think he's going to be a contender, but 2 out of the last 3 Charlotte races, he's finished top 10. I think you ride with him again.
Did he do it last year?
Yeah, he did it last year.
Rain delay. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay.
But he did it the year before.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's one of those we're gambling with
Give it to him.
Full unit on Josh.
Okay.
Josh has the best. Granted, he's only raced 1 600. Granted, that was in the 4 car.
Yep.
He finished 10th in that race. He's only raced 1 600.
He has a much better car now.
Yeah. So, I think his odds are going to be hopefully like plus 150, plus 110, somewhere in that range. I think that's easy money with a unit. Ricky Stenhouse, top 10 half a unit. I'm hoping those are like plus 450, plus 500. Yeah. I hope they're even higher than that. Maybe even the 800 range. Somewhere, because no one talks about him, but he's somehow finished. He's good here. He's good at some of these places. Especially their last 2 out of 3 races, he finished top 10. Half a unit on him. And then you're not going to like this one at all because it's against your boy. But Alex Bowman versus Kyle Busch, taking Bowman with a better finish.
No, I don't hate that.
You don't hate that?
I don't hate that one bit.
Bowman's just been super consistent here. He's been super consistent all year. I'm worried about a 600-mile Kyle Busch, personally.
Yeah.
And no fault to Kyle Busch, really. But I just feel like Bowman is been there time and time again. He is better than average on mile and a halves. And I really am. If Kyle Busch races all the laps, I do think he beats Alex Bowman. I'm really banking on.
He keeps getting wrecked.
He keeps getting wrecked. He puts himself in bad spots. His pit crew gets him. Whatever it is, Kyle Busch is going to have some struggles.
Yeah.
And so what I'm hoping is Alex Bowman has a real clean, nice race, finishes 8th.
I can see that.
I can easily see that. And, again, what's crazy is we don't know if Kyle Larson's going to be in this race.
He's going to be in this race.
I know. I just can't buy into that yet, that he's going to be in this race. Other thing, last one. So that's a full unit. Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, minus 115.
I believe in that.
We need to get back on this train.
Yes.
This one is a little crazy. This is my home run swinging for the fences. And it's really just because of how consistent he's been. Alex Bowman again. Alex Bowman, top Chevrolet. Ooh. And the reason I say that is I think William Byron has been up there, but he's also gone through these like Kyle Busch struggles.
He's gotten top 10 in the last 2 600s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think he could still finish top 10. But dude, we've seen William Byron piss away good finishes.
That's true.
We have seen him blow a tire, do something silly, just have a bad day all around. Have something go wrong early and then just not be able to recover. So I'm banking that on. I'm worried about 2 drivers, William Byron and Kyle Larson.
Okay.
And with this bet, I lock this in now because if Kyle Larson doesn't make the race, those odds change dramatically.
Yeah.
They change it. And again, he's probably going to make the race. But say he doesn't, that plus 1,000 shoots to like the plus 500.
Yeah.
Because the only people that were going to be better than him in a Chevy are William Byron,
maybe
Chase, and that's it, right? I mean, who's in a Chevrolet?
That's it.
Okay, Kyle Busch is okay.
I can
so
see
it's top Chevrolet right now. We're running down Kyle Larson plus 160. It's insane. Plus 300, William Byron. Kyle Busch is plus 600. I'm not worried about that at all. because I think Alex Bowman's going to beat him anyway.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
Chase Elliott plus 600 again. That's the only other driver we're worried about. And then they have Ross at plus 850. And as much as I love Ross, I don't see him beating the consistency of Bowman unless Ross is really good at doing kind of what Joey's done over the last couple of years and just, making the right call at the right time, a 2-tire stop, whatever it is. We saw that last week. He was a non-factor in the whole All-Star race.
Yeah.
Made a 2-tire call and got a good finish out of it.
Are there top 5s on there?
No, there's nothing. There's just race winners. I know.
My one thing I was going to say was William Byron top 5.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot, too.
I could just see, I could honestly see him winning.
I can, too.
And then I've been on my couch for 5 hours, and William Byron wins, and Jeff Gordon's they show Jeff Gordon in the pit box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that, too. And William Byron is probably going to be, one of the favorites of the whole race, not just out of the Chevy camp, for sure.
Yeah.
But it feels like Alex Bowman needs a statement on a track that's not a road course.
Yeah.
And to me, this is the one to do it. There's all this other stuff swirling. He's stayed focused. He's stayed the course. He's been super consistent. Get it done.
Yep.
Just do everything that your team's done and be fast. And I don't see why he couldn't be fast here. So I'm excited. I like that William Byron pick though too. So, but that's my top. That's my 4 bets. I will get back on the 2 odds of the top 10s. But I'm really banking on this Ricky Stenhouse. I really like that one a lot.
I do too.
That's my favorite one. Star that one, guys. If you don't bet anything else, that one's going to be the fun one.
We need a big week.
We need a big week, dude. We are down. Did I say what we were down?
No.
We're down 8.5. We're down 8.5 units. So we need something good to go.
Whoopsie.
Yep. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull up the wheel.
The wheel.
The wheel.
God, I love the wheel.
The wheel is a time.
What's the so you're down 8.5. Do you want to say what the wheel's down?
Yeah, the wheel is down 6.8.
So the wheel's beating you.
The wheel is beating me, but I do gamble more than the wheel does. I will say that.
That is true.
So if we looked at, oh my God, this is what happened last week.
I like to picture just somebody out there just curves all your picks, and they're like, "What's the wheel say?"
Yeah. Luckily, it is very hard to fade in NASCAR.
Yeah,
because you can't really bet the opposite.
That's true.
You can't bet.
You can do head to head.
You can do head to head. So people may fade me on Kyle Busch pick here.
I wouldn't fade that one.
Yeah, but they could.
And I hope you're wrong as a Kyle Busch fan, but I also hope you're right because I want. You
want us to do good.
I want you to do good.
Yeah. We gotta bring us up out of the ashes. But we didn't. We spun the wheel last week, and I don't remember what it was. Didn't we spin? We spun it.
We spun the wheel,
but we didn't count it either.
God,
we look so stupid.
Hey, let's do an over/under on where you finish in November when we're at Phoenix.
Okay.
Phoenix week, where we think we're at.
Units wise.
Mm-hmm. Up or down?
Oh, I think I'm.
Give me a line.
Oh, okay. The line needs to be -3.
-3?
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, down 3 units.
Yeah.
We're down 8. Okay. We're betting 3 units a week.
Can I bet down more for something? And give you a little motivation?
Yeah.
We should maybe make a bet on this.
Okay.
Okay. What are we going to do?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
God, I don't know.
You're the one that brought it up.
I know, but now
I thought you had something cooking over there.
No, I was trying to get something cooking, but this crock pot ain't steaming. God, I hate a crock pot, by the way.
Yeah. They're hard to clean.
God. I don't know. Never mind.
What do you want your line to be? What do you think the line is?
I think 3 is a good line.
Okay.
Yeah. I would.
And you're taking the under.
Meaning that you're down more.
I'm down more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would take
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
just so you know.
But
But I'm giving you a little motivation.
Yeah, you're giving me a little motivation. God, what could we do?
What could we do?
What could we do?
I don't even know.
Give us some ideas in the comments what we could do.
We should.
Because we did our pancake thing, we forgot about it.
We forgot about it.
And completely on us. I was camping all weekend. Colby was doing whatever Colby does.
Family stuff.
Family stuff. Yeah, I forgot about families.
I forgot about family. Loser has to quit their job.
Done.
You'll be bed with everything in you.
Oh my god! You talk about I'd already quit my job. I'll be in the books.
He's like, guys, we have Larson top 10 this week. Every mile
we have Larson top 10.
He's minus 200, 2 units.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk about being smart. You'd be real smart. No, let's I don't know. We'll table it. Unless you can think of anything by the end of the show.
Loser has to buy the other person diecast of choice.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What scale are we doing? Are we doing like a 124?
Yeah.
The little one?
No.
One of those?
Yo,
okay.
Those are 124s.
Okay, so I need you to finish what?
You need me to finish worse than down 3 units.
So if it's 3.2, I win.
You win.
Okay.
It's at 3.
Okay.
If we if it's at 3, push. If it's 2.9,
yeah,
I win.
Okay. Don't be cheating.
Dude, I have a whole Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay.
I will not cheat.
Okay.
At all.
Promise?
I mean, it is recorded.
Okay.
I'll show you bet slips. I'll show you everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
A diecast.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So that's my bets. For the wheel, let's spin it. Are you ready? What do we want to see here? I think we need something different. We don't need a winner. I feel like we've gotten top manufacturer a lot. Let's see a good top 10 from the wheel.
I would like a top 10 or a top 5.
I would like a top 10 from the wheel, even though I'm not going to be able to give you odds for a top 10, but we'll figure it out, and I will not miss it. We will. Good top 10 by the wheel. That's what we want to see.
No. A top 3.
Okay. Top 3.
That's
top
fitting.
3.
Dale Earnhardt's documentary comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Top 3.
Okay. What driver?
This is going to be so specific, too. Because it's top 3, like it has to be a good driver.
What is going on here? Oh, there it is. Oh, got an ad. Oh, an ad.
This podcast is brought to you by Google Gemini. Google Gemini.
Where's the mute button?
Make AI of your dog.
Oh my god, it's coming through the...
No free ads.
Okay.
No free ads.
No free ads on our pod.
No free ads.
All right.
Not today, Google Gemini.
Not today.
Proud sponsor of Drop the Green podcast.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't know it yet.
All right. Now we need to go to drivers.
Drivers?
Just regular drivers.
The old driver
wheel.
The
driver wheel. Okay.
All right,
and
let's
we're spinning the driver wheel. Who do we want to see? We got to see. You want to see a?
I want to see a
Kyle
Hendrick.
Larson, Chase Elliott. Maybe. Oh no! No! The wheel has spoken. The wheel has spoken. I do have a crazy stat about Kyle Busch. Let me look it up. Just
top 3 Kyle Busch is the wheel.
Kyle Busch in the last 3 races has 1 top 5. He finished 2nd. Yeah. So
it's not crazy.
Out of all the Charlotte races, out of the last 3 Charlotte races among active drivers, so it goes Tyler Reddick with the best average finish at 5th, and then it goes Kevin Harvick, who's not an active driver, but then it goes Kyle Busch, 7.7 average finish. 2 top 10s with a driver rating of 91.9. So it's honestly not bad. So let me write that down. Top 3, the wheel.
KFB.
Top 3 KFB, baby.
Dude, Kyle Busch wins the race.
Yeah, dude, that would be wild.
That would be wild. I would love that. So
I would be here for it, honestly. I would be.
Be pumped.
I would be pumped, too. Oh, God. I don't think you guys got to see the...
What's happening? What are we doing?
I'm trying to find my mouse.
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, God, another ad.
Oh.
Take it off the screen.
It's brought to you by Famify. Famify. Act like you're famous.
Okay, get that off of there. All right.
Good bets this week.
I
feel good about those bets.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Moving on. I think we've gone a little long-winded today for you guys, but that's just a Colby episode. So
sorry, everybody.
You'll have that. But I love it. I think the conversation has been pretty good. Oh, yeah, don't look. You didn't see anything.
No, I didn't.
Well, because you can't.
Can I pee before we do this?
Yeah, I guess.
Dude, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. All right, we're back. We're ready for the Choose Who's On. Colby's peed 9 times this episode. So
it's a 4-hour episode.
Yeah, it is a longer one. All right. If you don't know the rules, I am beating Colby 2-1 right now. The rules are 3 facts. 2 questions can be asked. He has 3 total guesses. He can trade guesses for questions. Your 3 facts this week: 76 cup wins,
the IROC champion,
4 IROC championships, won the only championship for Osterland Racing. Won the only championship.
Dale Earnhardt.
Wow. He got it. He got it. No way.
I know Osterland Racing.
Do you?
But yeah, I think
okay.
They used to at least build their engines in South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't think you'd know it. We didn't think you'd know it.
76 cup wins?
Yeah.
And you don't think I'm going to...
No.
No?
No, can you tell me the list of cup wins?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's... Every 76 won?
No.
You only won the 500
No,
once.
tell me, go through the list of all-time cup wins. Who's at the top?
Richard Petty.
Okay. Who's next?
Oh, God. I know old Jeffy Boy's got 93.
Yeah.
But I don't know...
I don't
think anybody's beat. I mean, Jimmy Johnson's got to be up there. I would guess Richard. Give me Richard, Jimmy, Jeff, and Dale.
David Pearson.
Okay.
105.
105. Then who?
Jeff with 93.
Where's Jimmy? And then Dale probably.
Richard, David Pearson, Jeff Gordon, Bobby Allison.
Oh, yeah.
85. Darrell Waltrip,
Really?
84.
Wow.
Jimmy Johnson, 83. Kel Yarborough, 83. Dale,
Yeah.
76. Kyle Busch, 63.
Wow.
Yeah. So he is in the top 10.
I'm
Kevin Harvick in the top 10.
I'm almost offended you did not think I'd get Dale Earnhardt.
We had to give you a layup eventually.
Hey, Austin, for you mowing your grass out there, mad at me about Daniel Suarez the other day. Or no, Ty Dillon. It was Ty Dillon.
Yeah, it was Ty Dillon.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep. All right.
7-time champion, Dale Earnhardt.
It's 2-2. So
all-time Talladega wins with 10.
Yeah.
From Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Yeah.
He has a great statue out there.
He does.
And was the owner of Dale Earnhardt Incorporated.
Sure was, man.
Till Teresa.
Wow.
Took it over.
I'm proud of you.
So we're 2-2?
We're 2-2.
God, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I can go home and I could drive home and listen to music. Last time I was so upset it was a quiet ride home.
Yeah, you didn't know Daniel Suarez.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be as nice next time.
No, please do.
Okay.
I enjoyed.
Did you enjoy that? That was quick.
That was my favorite.
I'm really impressed that you knew it straight offhand. So.
Yeah. No questions needed.
No questions needed. Good job. I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys for being with us. We want to thank our supporters, Kevin Kirkland, Noah Pendry, and Ben Burrow again. We need to add some more names, guys. We have some new microphones literally in the closet right behind Colby. And all we are waiting for is another donation to get some new stands. Our microphones will not fit in these stands. And if you want to be that, we will put your name on the microphone stand. I will do that if you want to donate microphone stands. And I'm excited because we have new microphones. I haven't even gotten them out of the box. I opened one of them, and that's it. So
you tried to fit it on there?
Yeah,
or something?
It doesn't fit. It takes a designed microphone stand for this particular mic. It will fit on these, and then the microphone will sag all the way down. Because it weighs too much.
It weighs too much.
It weighs too much. These are not janky, but they have done their time, and we're upgrading. So please, even if you don't want to do monetary, like and subscribe. Yeah. That would be great. That goes a long way. Download the episode. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. If there is a place that you like to get your podcast and it's not on there, reach out. I will be happy to accommodate anybody that wants to listen to the episode. Big shout out to Colby again. Dude, thank you.
Thanks, man.
That was fun.
It was fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll be back for 52. Enjoy the 600. Enjoy Monaco. And
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. That's it.
Thanks, everybody.
Lights on the mountain, smoke's on the river. Ain't scared to die. My finger